Hello, how you doing, my brothers? So in today's video I really wanna share my experience with living in nature. So actually in my past, when I was 21, I moved from my very small hometown, 10,000 people, to London. So it was quite a tough change for me, and I did it because I wanted to work on my social skills, and because I was a very introverted and very shy person, very shy guy. So I was really closed in my head, and so I decided to just jump in the cold water and to take responsibilities for myself. So because I saw that I was basically 20 years old, 21 years old, and life was tough for me because I was too shy, couldn't get a girlfriend, I couldn't socialize with people. I was just afraid to do anything, and if you're afraid of people, basically in life, you're afraid of life itself, because life is people. Life is, when you're living in environment is the summary of people and the place itself. So you cannot avoid people in your life, unless you go out and live in the woods. But then you're probably gonna need people, and people is good for yourself. It's good because they give you a feedback, and they turn on like a spotlight on your weak points and on the spots that you actually cannot see about yourself, your shadows, And so so I decided to move to London. And that was very tough for me, because I went from a very insecure guy that couldn't stay much with people without thinking too much, to actually living in hostels and just staying with people all day long. Because if London, it's so crowded and it's so like full of people. So there's always people. You work with people, you hang out with people when you're free. You go to the park to just chill out and detach yourself from the fucking city, and then the park is full of people again, and then you need to get on the bus, it's full of people. Subway is always full of people, and then I was sleeping in these hostels and they were always full of people, and so people everywhere. Just in the shower, just in the shower I was alone, just in the toilet I was alone, and that's it, guys. So I went from being alone most of my life, most of my day, to actually staying with other people all day long. And this was a big change for me. So at the beginning it was a mess, but after a while it became natural, So after a while my personality just broke up. Because I was so tired of all this resistance, then I just desensitized myself by staying with so much people every day, so many people every day, that I just overcame that fear, and that it was fine to stay with people all day long. Actually I was looking for people, so that was a quite big shift, so then after London I moved to another big city in Italy, and I lived in Milan for a while, and it was quite the same in that city, same experience. And then after a while I just got tired of cities, because so I worked on my skills, social skills. I worked on my shyness, let's say, on my insecurities with people, and then I finally could move to to smaller towns, because I actually love smaller towns, because I feel very free to live in a small town that is close to the nature, like where I'm living now. It's very small town, and but it's like 1 hour away from a big city, so it's fine. If I need a big city I can just go, but at least you stay in your wonderful place that is not dirty, that is not crowded, that is not full of bullshit. Because sometimes just unfiltered people, just random people, sometimes they're just messy, they have a lot of addictions, and they are annoying, and I want to make a point. So if you are afraid of people, and if you are afraid to interact with people, and this is blocking you to achieve things that you want to achieve in your life, you know, and to do things you want to do in your life, that is a problem. But then if you overcome that, you don't need to stay always in contact with with random people, you know. You just take time, you can take time for yourself, but you're doing it from another place, a place of, you know, surrender, you know, because you don't have that problem anymore. So, you know, with the time I understood, I hope I'm making the point, you know, with the time I understood that, you know, I just wanted to be different, you know, I just wanted to be this very social person. But then with time I understood that even though I worked on myself and I went out a lot, you know, and I gained confidence with people, and I'm quite alright to stay with people now, you know. I still have a very, very social job. So, but then, you know, the real me just want space. I want space for myself. I just like to, you know, wake up early in the morning like today, go out with my dog and stay in the nature, you know. I just love it. I feel it's natural, you know. And, you know, it's not hiding anymore. So it's not hiding from people, you know. Love people, but it's being yourself, you know. You may not be a very, very social person, so it's fine to just stay by yourself and spend some time for yourself. But you have to understand if you're doing it because you're afraid, or if you're doing it because you want actually to do it, you know. And that's it. So for me, like, living in nature and living so close with nature is such a healthy thing for my mind, because I think that you know, it's just decreasing the stress level in myself, you know. And I'm gonna talk about that in future videos. I actually suffered from anxiety in the past, and due to a weird situation in my life, I just had a nervous breakdown, and, you know, it was full of panic attacks, and I just went through a shitty fucking year, you know. That was a fucking hell. I didn't know life could be so hell, even when everything is fine outside, you know. I had a house, I had a place to stay, I had people in my life, so, but then inside I was feeling like shit, you know. So something that really helped me to overcome that was, you know, staying in nature. And I felt that every time I was feeling bad or anxious, and I'm not talking about anxiety like just simple anxiety that you have doing normal stuff in your life, you know, that little, you know, nervous anxiety, that it's fine, it's natural, it's life itself, you know. Life is nervous energy, it's fine. Now I'm talking about another kind of anxiety. I'm talking about this huge rush inside yourself, you know, that are basically adrenaline and cortisol just flashing in your body. That is another type of anxiety. And, you know, something that really helped me was to just stay in nature. And every time I felt bad, I just wanted to stay in nature. It's just beautiful to me. With my dog, especially, just staying with animals is also beautiful, because I think we sometimes our brain, because we watch so much television like normal people. I'm saying normal people because I don't have a television for 10 years at least. But, you know, sometimes we watch television, we watch news, we watch our phones, we talk to random people that are just complaining about life all day long, basically, and then we think that, you know, the world is a bad place. But then when we turn off all that bullshit, we don't watch news, we don't, you know, read nasty books, we don't, you know, we don't watch videos on how life is fucked up and bad and everything is bad and blah blah blah, and we don't talk with you know, negative people, then we look with our eyes and we feel with our senses, and we see that life is actually beautiful. You know, it's simple, beautiful, no stress at all. You know, what's the problem, man? What's the problem right now? There is no problem. No problem. The problem is only that we cannot manage our thoughts, and we attach too much to our thoughts, and then we bring our problems with us, even if we go to nature, you know, even if we, whatever we do, even if we just go to a mountain house and we just, you know, isolate ourselves from the world, then we still have all our problems in our head. And that's the problem, you know. It's inside here. It's not outside. Outside, everything is alright, guys. Everything is fucking alright. Everything is beautiful. I just see the sun rising up every day, and it's glorious, guys. And I see the nature now. Summer is kicking in, and so it's just beautiful. I just see nature alive as always, as every year. I don't see any problem actually, you know, guys. So yeah, I hope I made some points in this video. I'm just riffing and jamming around on a few concepts, and yeah, I hope it's cool for you guys. That's it. Stay in nature. Bye, guys.